Okay guys, so this engine bay is really nasty. I went to town today, got a lot of stuff to clean it up. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna clean up this engine bay, and it's sort of cold in here, so we're gonna put it on time lapse and just do a time lapse of cleaning up the engine bay. And hopefully in this video, we'll get the engine cleaned up also. So let's get after it and start cleaning this engine bay up. And maybe we'll even throw a little paint on it. Okay, I pretty much got the left side of the engine clean. It's pretty darn nice. That this is just bare metal right there, so, but it's pretty much clean. Then I went ahead and cleaned up around the car and put all my stuff up. That way I'm not looking for it all over tomorrow. And so it's about, I don't know, 10 o'clock at night. So I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna call it early today. I'm gonna go home and get some supper, and then I'll work on the side tomorrow. I'm gonna pull off the oil filter housing, pull off the entire front end of this engine. That way we can get that all cleaned in tomorrow. And then I'll put a new front rope in it and a rear rope. So, okay, we will catch you guys tomorrow in the morning. Okay guys, well, I've had a pretty busy day. It's the next day, of course. Man, it's been a busy one. So I had to run to town and get my taxes done. It's about that time of year, you know. So anyways, I've been working on the engine, cleaning it up, and man, things are coming around. If you can compare that to that, man, it looks a lot different. So, and it's the end of the day. I'm just getting done for the day. Got a lot of this cleaned up. Got the whole front end tore down a little bit more. And man, that is gonna look good. So, tomorrow I will be working on the intake, cleaning it up. I might film here and there on it too. Got to clean up a lot of bolts. I've got a lot of bolts that have to be cleaned. And then I got this whole pile of parts over here yet to be cleaned and painted. So there's a ton of parts over here that have to be cleaned and painted, and not yet even including the generator. It still has to be cleaned and painted. And I don't know if we're going to upgrade to an alternator or not, but that'll be for a different time. So yeah, pretty productive day. Got the timing cover all painted up. I've got parts ordered. I got 8 new pistons, rod bearings, the rings, I've got everything ordered for that. This car is coming around. I painted this side just yesterday, and I was gonna bring you guys back, but I got a little busy. So I ordered a brake booster for it and master cylinder. So we'll get rid of that master cylinder down there, and we'll move this air box and get a master cylinder put in there with a new brake pedal. That'll be really nice. So things are moving right along. I'd like to show you guys my tape job real quick. Just get in on it. See, this is all tape right in there. And the way I did that, I took tape, laid it all the way across, then I took a screwdriver and just rubbed it on the edge all the way around and tore the pieces off. Same thing with the valley. Did that. So for y'all that want a perfect tape job, that's how I do it. So it's almost perfect. It could use a little refinement. So I am going to go to the house and relax for a little bit. Got to grab some tools from over there, and we will be back tomorrow to continue cleaning. I'm not going to record all this cleaning and painting. It's just slow, monotonous stuff. So we're waiting on parts, and that's about all I can do is just wait on parts. So anyways, we'll see you guys here shortly. Okay guys, well, I got a lot cleaned up on this engine bay, and I mean, I did a lot of cleaning in here to get ready to paint. I only included a short clip of me wiping stuff down with my Scotch-Brite pad, but we got all that done. I got the sandblaster over here. I just painted the hold down for the wiring harness, got it painted, and I've been cleaning up all the parts. I got the fuel tank pulled out. Got to take it to town. So, but I'm also wondering about cutting this hole out bigger right there and putting an electric fuel pump in it. I've got parts painted there. All my parts are painted there. We're painted there. All those parts are ready to go. The engine block is almost ready to go. I'm waiting on a few more parts to come in from the shop. What I think I'm gonna do next after this paint dries, and you guys know how much fun it is to watch paint dry, I'm going to take off this box. We're gonna do a brake booster on this car because it's hard to stop for him. So we're gonna put a brake booster in it. So we'll do away with that air box there and move the master cylinder from there up to there. I've already got a kit coming for it. I'm waiting on it. This snowstorm has really messed with us really badly. So all the parts that I thought I was gonna get in, I haven't got in. It's just been a hassle. So I've had a few people question what I'm doing for the charity and stuff like that. This car belongs to Martin, and it's his car. He just sent it here to Oklahoma so I could work on it for him. I don't know about where y'all live, but in California, the rates are ridiculously high for people to do this kind of stuff. So here in Oklahoma, I can get it done a lot cheaper, including the shipping over here. We're not going for a full restoration on this car. We're going for a nice car that runs and drives, and that's what we're gonna give them. So anyways, we gotta let that paint set up. I've got a few more painting, like down there, that box that I have hanging right now. I wanna clean it up and paint it. And even this little, I think that's a starter solenoid or a headlight something. I don't know what those are, but I've got to get them painted and cleaned up. They're working just fine. I also started wiggling on these wires and found out this one was loose, so I cleaned it up, put it back in. Found this one was loose, so I cleaned it up and put it back in. So we're making good progress. I have a guy that's going to come out and help me pull this back window. There's a little bit of rust down in here. Well, let's take you to the other side. Oh man, have to walk around this pit. Here, pretty quick, we'll be able to take it back to my shop. It's supposed to warm up again. But I pulled this piece of trim, and there's a stud that's supposed to be there, and it is rusted off. And down in there, there's some rust spots. They're not too bad yet, but they are gonna get there if we leave it like that. So we're gonna pull the back window out and clean that up. The interior, I've got to pull the driver's seats yet, and I want to try to figure out how I can save this headliner. If you guys can see that, headliner is pretty bad shape, but if I can save it, rather I dye it or what, it would be nice to save it. The seats are going to get reupholstered, and I've just got a thorough cleaning to do on this car. I've got a huge thorough cleaning to do, but I want to get the engine bay done. That way, whenever the engine parts come in, I can slap them back in. The engine's just sort of sitting here. I cleaned it up and painted it, and man, it looks really good. So I even taped that all off and made that look really good. So the valley cover, I got a new gasket set in today, so there's some things I'm going to be able to do, but really I'm just waiting on parts. So I don't know how long this video is. It's probably not going to be very long, but I am waiting on parts. That's my update. I've got parts to wait on. I might go get the stuff to start cleaning this chrome trim up. And I need to pull the chrome trim, but I sort of want the engine back in it. I don't know. You guys tell me, should I start pulling the trim off and get it ready to go to paint? Because that's sort of what's next. Although I got to see if I can get that door fixed, because this car didn't come out with mirrors on it. So I'm thinking I'm going to put a mirror here and a mirror over there just to make it a little safer. And I still got to install seat belts in this car. This car needs to be safe. So, and one thing I was not sure of that I did, I don't know if I've ever shown you all in the trunk of this car. This is pretty, cool car. I mean, just the coolest I've ever seen. So let's get the key. Let's get y'all over here. Sorry, there's a pit right here. Da, 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 da. Really nice trunk. I mean, super nice. No rust in the floor. I mean, look at that. There's not a whole lot in there. The factory toolkit's in there. I better move that chrome trim before I shut the trunk. But the factory toolkit's even in here. And I don't think we're going to do nothing to this because it really is pretty nice. We'll clean it up a little bit. So, but I got to move that trim. If I were to shut the roof on that, man, that would suck. But the clips that hold the trim are rusted off. That one, there's a couple still there. I tried to take it off. Man, I don't know what else to do on it, really. So, anyways, hopefully this video is long enough and we can end it here. Thank you guys for helping me reach 5,000 subscribers. That is a huge deal for me. That is a big milestone. I'm happy about it, and I just cannot tell you guys how appreciative I am of you. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will talk to you next time.